Hi, my name's Dan, and for the past 5 years I've slowly but surely been exploring the world. In 2020, however, like for a lot of us, my plans changed. I decided to buy a van, convert it, and live that van life. So join me on my adventure as I convert this 2006 Renault Trafic into my tiny home on wheels.
Well, it's another day in the van, and today we got some work to do. We've actually put the floor back down because we're going to be working in it today, and the aim of today is we want to get this wheel arch and this wheel arch insulated and foil vapor barriered, and then we've already popped the internal lights out. That was quite easy. They just popped out, and then this wire, it actually just has a plug on that you unplug, and then I think you just feed it back to wherever. And then what we want to do is start thinking about putting some ceiling battens up, and then potentially some wall battens before we start insulating all of the walls. So that is where we're at this week, and that's probably what this week's video is going to be about. So if you didn't know, my name's Dan. I bought this 2006 Renault Trafic and I'm converting it into a camper just in time for winter, and I'm still looking for a name, so comment down below and let me know what you think I should name the van. We've managed this wheel and we've put the wood back down on this side, so now it's on this one, so we've taken this off. This is so difficult, but nobody tells you how difficult it is to peel this aluminium tape off the paper. So difficult. Right, this is something that I knew was going to happen at some point. Obviously, when we bought the van, I knew I would need to get it serviced, and I booked it in for service, and it's gone in this morning, and they've come back and they've said there's quite a bit wrong with it. So there's quite a bit that needs to happen to it. I'm just pissed off because it's going to cost a bit of money and I don't really want to have to pay that, but I suppose if that's what I have to do, that's what I have to do. I'm just pissed off. Good morning. So we are back in the van. We had a bit of a scare the other day and the handbrake cable snapped, so I put it in for a service, and it turned out there was quite a bit of work to be done on the brakes. So I wasn't actually expecting the van back until tomorrow, but then last night at like 6 o'clock the garage randomly turned up with the van, so we got it back. So today what we can continue doing is we're going to do the ceiling and the walls, get all of that insulated, and can you see here? This is sort of peeled off and come away. So I think it's because this floor needs just a bit of a trim off here. So we'll be doing that as well. I'm a little bit confused as to what to do next. So I've cut these, so these just are what need to be shaped for the top panel part. These ones are for the ceiling. I've done this bit of the ceiling here, but then I was thinking, should I wait until I put the battens on here to then decide? So I'm a little bit confused. I've stuck some panel insulation on here just with some glue, and then I'll probably put some of this. Now this is recycled plastic Loft insulation, so I'm just gonna take this out and start putting it in this part here, and then I've got the foil that will go over that as the what's it called, the vapor barrier. But again, I feel like I'm covered in insulation board, but yeah, I feel a bit lost, like I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, it is a good 2 hours later maybe, and I think I know what I'm doing. So essentially I'm just gonna spray adhesive onto there, take this and just pile it in, and then for here I just need to trim these bits down, adhesive and tape these on, and then once that's on, just do a full roll of this silver foil all the way down to that edge there, providing I don't want any electrics on this side, which means I need to decide where I want the battery to go, which initially I thought over there behind the driver's seat. So that is potentially what I need to do. Okay, what I've just done next is I've started to put this vapor barrier over the side, attached it all along here, so there's just one great big seal. I'm obviously going to go and do up to the very edge all the way around, and then I've got that side to do as well. There's still just a bit of work to do here. There's some patching and stuff that I need to do down there before I can insulate it, but yeah, so far so good. This is where we're calling it today. So we've started to vapor barrier there, fill insulated. This wall is fully, let's see. A little update, not the best lighting, but you can see walls and floor sealed and insulated. What we're going to do now is screw the floor down. We've decided to actually leave the ceiling till last because we're going to fit a solar panel, but that's going to be a little bit later on down the line, so we're actually going to do the ceiling last. But yeah, we're going to screw the floor fully down because previously it had only been just placed on it. But yeah, we're going to screw it down fully, and then we can start the framing. It is a new day in the van. I went to B&Q this morning. We got all the flooring and the cladding for the walls. So what we're doing now, we're just figuring out, you can see we've put some markings on there, and we're just figuring out screwing this to the floor. Once that's done, what we're going to do is we're going to start to measure the wall battens, because then once that's up we can start the cladding and we can start putting the floor down. So it's moving pretty quickly, but I think there's probably going to be another lockdown in a few days, so that's why I was like, let's get to B&Q and let's just get everything that we need. I thought I would show you the cladding we've gone for and the laminate flooring, which is both from B&Q. So this is it. This is I don't know if you can see it properly, but it's like a natural oak colour, and it was 4 for 3. So I just got 4 for 3. I think hopefully it should be enough. It was more expensive than I thought it was going to be, as with everything I'm coming to find out about converting a van. And then the cladding is this cladding, so interior tongue and groove cladding. Now this was, I think it was £6 per pack, and we got 6 packs, so hopefully that is going to be enough. I did it. I screwed the first wall batten. It's solid as a rock. What we can do now is screw the next one there, the next one there, and then there's going to be one there, and then there's one there. Looking good. What I've actually done next is we put this in, and then we realised that actually these have to come down and sit on the wheel arch. So we were going to use the old wood, but it looked a bit minging and a bit rotten. So I just used it as a template, and I used the offcuts that we had from the floor. So I've got all the templates for both wheel arches now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick them together, create the wheel arch. That'll go on, and then I don't know when, but we'll end up putting the wheel arch, and then we can start back with the wall battens. I feel like today has been a very long day, and we've not really got anything to show for it, but actually what we have is the floor is now screwed down, and obviously we've got all of the battens, the cladding, and the laminate flooring as well, so we're alright. I can't remember the last time I filmed, but what we're doing now is we've got all of the wood cut, and we just need to attach it to the frame, start framing it out. So as you can see here, we've already got this one attached, got this one attached now. I'm gonna put another screw up there, and then further along. Hopefully this looks a little clearer. Here's the framing on the first wall done. It looks really off, but I think it's just the way it looks. But now we're gonna have to glue the wheel box down to the floor. We cut out these little extra bits just to fit around this bottom beam here a little bit better. But how good does that look? Still got all this to do, but yeah, all in a night's work.
Recording.
I don't think anything's coming out. So this is it, glued down now as well, so hopefully it'll stay that way. Yeah, it's another new day in the van, and we've got maybe 1 hour and 30 minutes before bake off. So we're going to get ourselves in the van quickly. Hopefully, now that we've got the experience of framing one of the walls, the other wall will be relatively easy and straightforward. And then, after that, we can get cladding. Morning. I'm not quite sure how much I've filmed over the past couple of days, but essentially that is all of the wall insulation, the ceiling insulation, the wall battens are up, the wheel boxes are on, the ceiling is nearly done as well. We've started laying some wires on there as well, so there's just quite a lot of that's taking place, and I've not always captured it just because when you get in the flow of working, sometimes this is the last thing you want to do. Plus there's been so much going on this week in the UK and in England specifically, because we are back in a lockdown of sorts. So what's left to do? Well, today what we're going to do is we're going to start the cladding. So if you want to see that, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, make sure you subscribe and you hit the notification bell, comment down below. I'm still looking for a name for the van, so if you've got any ideas, please do let me know, and I will see you in the next video, which is today, and which will be starting the cladding of the wall. So yes, anyway, I will see you very, very soon. Take care, peace out.